Harley Clutch here, bringing you a video about his 2014 CBR 600RR. Bam! There she is, in her glory in red. Anyways, let's get her fired up and ready to go. I haven't given her a name yet. Still just kind of riding her out, feeling her. 644 Honda, represent. Anyways, motor vlogger, go check him out. If you haven't before him for some reason, let's get it fired up and warmed up, and we'll talk about why I bought the CBR, why I went with the full 600 for my first bike, the story behind it and whatnot. Anyways, let's get on her. Woo! I'm off work! I'm going home! I'm done with work for now. Oh man. Anyways, I'm distracted. CBR 600RR. Freaking amazing bike. Let me just get started off with that. Honda represent. Honda did a great job with this bike. When I first was thinking about getting a bike, you know, I was gonna go with something small because it was my first bike, and you know how that goes. You want a small first bike, and that's what my friend suggested to me. So we went to the dealership and we started looking like a couple months before I even thought about started the process of buying a bike. And I was looking at the Ninjas, but he had a Ninja 636, and the next smallest is like a Ninja 300, which is just tiny. And he's like, "Oh, you don't want that at all. You can get bored of it within a week." I said, "Yeah, you're probably right." And right behind the Ninjas were the CBRs, the Honda lineup, which started at the 300s, and I didn't even look at those for the very long. I liked the color of one of them, but that was about it. Next to it was the CBR 500, and my friend was like, "Oh, let's get you the 500. You'll love it, whatnot, blah blah blah." And then sitting next to it was a 600. I wasn't even looking at the 600 at the time, because I was like, that's just too much bike for my first time. Oh my god, there's gonna be so much traffic. It's just too much bike, so I'm not even think about it. I'm not even gonna review it. I'm not even gonna look at it. I'm gonna look at the CBR 500. And that's about it. And so I have my heart set on the CBR 500, and I really like the look of it. I like the little wings it has on the back. I don't know, I just kind of like a little detail like that. So I get all my license and permit and whatnot, and I go back to the dealership and I'm, "Hey, here, I'm ready to buy a bike. Let's do it." And he's like, "Oh, what bike you looking at?" And I said, "Oh, I'm looking at the CBR 500. But since I had time to think about it, I was sitting at home the first days before, and I was like, shoot, but what if the 500's not even enough? Like, what if? Like, I know the 600 is like double price, but I might as well." Oh shit! I almost just crashed. No one else saw that. No one else saw that. Oh shit, you guys just almost saw me wreck for the first time. I'm gonna get in between these fools. Okay. Okay. Oh shit. Okay, let me recollect myself. Oh my god, I slammed on my brakes and almost threw myself off the fucking bike. Anyways, where was that? Okay, oh my god. So I was like, "What's 600? So let me just go and ask the guy the prices." And so the guy was very convincing and just kind of like threw me on the 600. And I asked him about the pricing and whatnot, and he said, "Oh, we'll look at it and whatnot." And so he gave me the pricing for the 600. He never even mentioned the 500 after that ever again. It was all about the 600. So I got it all done, and he said it comes out with the financing, because I thought I was going to get both prices. He's like, "Congratulations, you're over 600. I was like, "Holy shit. Well, this is it." Ooh, nice bike. See, you gotta have respect for all bikes. See, this freaking traffic's just ridiculous. I'm not the only one struggling. I thought I was gonna be the only one struggling. Turns out not. And so I got the 600. I've loved it ever since. I'm gonna do a full review of it in a couple more weeks. Hey look, we're cruising together. Hey, I come back up to him. I know I was. He wants me to pass. Oh, this turn is so sketch. Oh, it got so cold down here. What the hell is that about? Oh, did you guys hear that? Oh, beautiful. The 600, what I freaking think of it. It's, ow, I touched that again. It's a freaking amazing bike. And you're probably asking why I got so much for my first bike. Basically, I knew if I got a smaller bike, I'd get bored of it. I'm just that type of guy where I'm scared to do something big the first time, but it's not as scary after. That's what she said. So I just went with the 600. See, the thing about these big bikes that you're like, oh my god, it's so scary, you have all that power. The power's only there if you want to use it. Like, this thing can be treated as like a 300. Like, I can baby the throttle so much and barely get, I'll show you guys what I mean. See, and just see I'm not even going that fast. I'm just babying the throttle. Shift up. Now we're in second. Oh, dick. Up to third. I'm already in third. See? And so now I've treated it just like I would like a 300. Pretty easy going. But then see, when the 600 part comes in is when I see that open lane, I'm like, yes. 600. And that's when you have that part of the 600. The full of it. And I just freaking love being able to do that. Going around town, I really only need to go up to second gear. I only go up to third to get that extra gas mileage. It's pretty nice. And yeah, that's the only thing I'm bummed about the 600, a lot less gas mileage, but when it comes down to it, it's so worth it. When you ride a motorcycle for the reasons that you ride, gas mileage should be the last thing on your mind. That just comes with the title motorcycle. You're gonna have better gas mileage than those things on the road. See, my Jeep gets like 12, this thing gets 35, and you're like, oh, that's not that much for a motorcycle. To me, that's a freaking lot. That's the difference between 45 every 3 days to $10 every 4 days, which adds up real fast. So to you guys that are getting into your first bike like I was, I say go big if that's what you really want. If you know you're gonna want that in the long run, just go big. You're gonna love it. Just be easy on the first couple days. 5 days in, I know I wasn't supposed to, I had just hit the 100 mark, so I took it some twisties, and it did great, man. I mean, as a beginner, so I didn't make it look amazing. I just stayed upright, and I got the corners down, and I didn't go faster than 40 on those corners, and people behind me were pissed off. But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do to stay safe. Fun comes with the bike. Safety, you gotta make. Like, bikes aren't safe, so you just gotta be naturally safe or you're gonna die, like I've almost done millions of times, and I'm only just beginning. So I mean, I'm gonna have lots of close calls. This is a thing I'm gonna have to perfect. But yeah, that ends this for this video.